Anthony here from leoslair.co.uk, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the Pokémon Company and how they are clearly making more money than ever, and they've seemed to have done it by printing fewer booster boxes. So this is purely speculation on my part and just what I'm assuming from the state of the market and things, from what I've seen. But if we take things back, so what was it? Just after the release of Surge of Sparks, nearly, what, a year and a half ago? When this whole bull market started. I've just noticed that since then, with every Pokemon Center drop, that the drop seems to be lasting longer and longer. I know the ETBs, they sell out really fast, but the booster boxes, they tend to be available for longer and longer. I remember initially when I used to go on there, you know, if you didn't get in the queue within the first, I don't know, half hour or so, you'd be out of luck. You wouldn't be getting anything. And I've just noticed gradually, as more and more drops have happened, that the drops are lasting longer. There's a guy at work that I work with, and he's even managed to go to football training after work's finished. Once the drops actually started, he gets back from football training, and he gets in the queue and he manages to get get booster bundles and booster boxes. Not ETBs, they always go, but the booster boxes are definitely available for much longer now. And all I can assume is that they are selling more booster boxes on the Pokemon Center. Now, we all know that they're actually printing fewer booster boxes based on how distribution have been heavily allocating, both in the US and in the UK and in Europe, different stores. And it seems like every month, all the stores are getting fewer and fewer boxes allocated to them. There was a friend of mine that I know. He had distribution with Pokemon. We had distribution with he had Pokemon distribution, and he didn't get many. He didn't get much stuff, but he actually had the allocation that he was getting completely cancelled from him. So he's not getting anything anymore. So they are properly clamping down on things, and yeah. So they are clearly we know they're printing fewer boxes, but they are selling fewer boxes to distro and selling more direct to consumer through the Pokemon Center. And because of this bull run that's happening, they are selling out straight away and making bucket loads. And you have to think about this, because obviously distros sell it to the stores at a reduced price, and then the distros are going to be buying it from the Pokemon Company themselves at an even lower price. So with the Pokemon Center selling it direct to consumer for MSRP, they are going to be making bucket loads more money, because those boxes just sell out straight away within the first day, within the first few hours. So yeah, Pokemon, they've cracked the code. They are making more money, clearly. I don't have any clear evidence I don't have any direct evidence of this. Is just what I'm assuming. But yeah, they're clearly making more money by printing fewer booster boxes, because they are selling fewer to distro and selling more direct to consumer. So they must be making much more money hand over fist. And they seem to have just cracked the code. It's amazing, really, if you think about it. As I was getting ready to film this video today, I was thinking about what I was going to say, and I noticed that Anon's most recent video dropped, and I started watching that. And he was talking about how he's got some connections to some stores in Europe, and that they were getting the most recent Destined Rivals reprint from their distributor, Asmodee, and that under normal circumstances, they would be getting these boxes at an inflated price, more towards market price. But for some strange reason, these prices were listed at a much, at distro prices, regular distro prices. And they thought initially that it was like a typo, but clearly it wasn't. And he's thinking that basically that the Pokemon Center have been in touch with Asmodee and told him, look, if you want to keep getting product from us, you need to lower your prices, because we want to, basically, I can't think of any other reason than they want to keep this bull market running. And he was also talking about, there was a store in Australia, EB Games, something like that, where they're getting stuff from the 30th anniversary, and they're going to be selling them at a retail price as well. And GameStop, he's been going on a while. We've all seen these new GameStop prices that they've released for 30th anniversary, where they're selling the ETBs like $600. And he's just shown in his video some of the new pricing, it seems, for GameStop, where all the prices of the ETBs and UPCs and things have come right down. So they've readjusted their prices. So he basically thinks, yeah, the Pokemon Center or the Pokemon Company have got in contact with them and said, look, you can't be selling your prices. You can't be selling for these inflated prices. If you want to keep getting product from us, then you better lower your prices. And so it seems like that's what's happening there. It looks like they're lowering their prices. So it kind of seems to agree with my narrative, because I feel like the Pokemon Company like this bull market because clearly they're making loads more money. And this is another reason why I reckon they've told these distros and these stores, look, if you want to keep getting product from us, you need to lower your price. You can't sell them at these inflated prices, because they want the scalpers. They want to keep the bull market running because they get the opportunity to make a lot more money that way. And they don't have their products set on the Pokemon Center website, just sat there not selling, you know, doing nothing. I remember back in the day, we had all these booster boxes. They were just sat there. You know what I mean? All booster boxes, ETBs, they were just there for donkeys, and they're all gone now. There's nothing on the Pokemon Center apart from, I know in the UK we've got this Dustin Rivals booster bundle with the Pokeball, which no one's buying because it's extortionate. But yes, I just thought that was really interesting. Pokemon Center, the Pokemon Company seem to have cracked the code with this one, and they clearly like the bull market and want to keep it going for as long as possible, which is why they are secretly telling all these companies and distros to keep their prices low. Obviously, like I said before, no direct evidence of this, no emails from myself to myself, etc. It's all pure speculation, but I just thought, you know, I've not heard anybody else talking about this, and I was just thinking about it, and it just makes perfect sense, really. The Pokemon Center, they're making more money than ever, and they just want to keep it up. So, yeah, that was my thoughts for the day, and I just thought I would share it with you, lovely people. So, like I said, thanks for listening to this rant, and yeah, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, do the thing. And don't forget, leoslair.co.uk. If you want a discount off of your first order, subscribe to the newsletter, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.